Cardinals. This week we're going to be doing an artwork inspired by a British artist named Andy Goldsworthy. Andy Goldsworthy was born in 1956. He's 63 years old. He currently lives in Scotland, and he is known for making artwork out of things from nature. He uses leaves, rocks, twigs, icicles, and even snow sometimes. And he creates artworks that are usually in a circular shape. He really loves to make a dome shape out of rocks or branches, anything that he can find. He likes to be outside in nature. An important part of Andy Goldsworthy's work ends up being photography, because the artwork that he makes does not last very long. It will get destroyed by when it rains or when it's windy. The leaves will blow away, or the rain will destroy like the twig sculptures that he makes. So it's important for him to take pictures, and he thinks of it as capturing a picture of the artwork when it's at its most heightened state, when it's perfect. And then he even takes pictures of it or video as it decays, as it starts to go away. And I thought this would be a fun art project for us to do, because now that it's spring, there's a lot of fun leaves and flowers and even like dandelions, which are weeds, to use. If you take a walk, you don't need to have a yard. Like if you live in an apartment, you can still take a walk and find some of these things. Walk around the neighborhood with your parent. When you go outside, make sure that your parent or guardian or an older sibling is with you. But we're going to be making leaves and rock sculptures just like Andy Goldsworthy. There's one Andy Goldsworthy sculpture that's in Washington, D.C. You might have seen it. It's in the East Wing of the National Gallery, and the title of the artwork is Roof. He made this artwork about 10 years ago, and half of the stones that he created this artwork with are inside, and half of them are outside a glass wall. And so you can see a dome shape of rocks that he arranged very carefully. He didn't use glue or cement to hold the rocks together. He likes to balance them. And that's another interesting thing about Andy Goldsworthy, is that he rarely uses any tools. As much as possible, he just uses his hands and tries to get things to balance the sticks or the rocks or the leaves that he's working with. So he's very connected to nature, and he is an environmentalist, which means that he cares about the environment and he wants people to care about the environment with him. So we're going to be doing, I'm going to show you two projects you can do. One is with dandelions, which are little yellow flowers. They look like flowers, they're actually weeds. You can pick those dandelions and put them down on a sidewalk or asphalt and make an initial, like your first initial. That's one idea that I had. You could even spell out several letters, and I spelled out like CPES. And then the second choice of what you can do is to make something with radial symmetry, which just means that you repeat a pattern going around a circle. So an easy way to do that would be to get two sticks and cross them, and then fill in around it with a repeated pattern of flowers or leaves. So you'll see some videos of me and my children doing these projects, and then I want you to go do these projects and then take a picture of it and post it on the Flipgrid for this week. I can't wait to see the projects you make. Bye. So Penelope is gonna wave. Go ahead, wave. Hello, Chloe. So Penelope's gonna use a bunch of dandelions to make her initial, which is P, so that our viewers can see it this way, right?
Yeah. Can I make one?
Let's not have it be upside down. Ooh, windy.
But it's right side up for me.
That's perfect. Yeah, this is good.
Oh no.
Windy. Okay, put it down and move your hands for a second.
Here's
Chloe. Chloe, what letter does your name start with?
I'm making a heart.
Oh, okay.
My name starts with a heart.
Okay.
Purple. No, don't fly away.
The This is one of the hazards of outdoor art. It gets windy.
But that's just how art works.
It's not supposed to last forever.
I'm making a heart. Are you still videoing?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, let's see. It's beautiful. Move back so you don't see your shadow. Okay, there's Chloe's heart. We might turn this one a little bit and this one a little bit. This way. And now we have a beautiful heart. What's happening now is that Chloe has made a heart with her hands. Go ahead, show the heart. And that's creating the shadow on the heart itself, the heart flowers. That's another, like, something extra you could do. So it's fine to make a heart or like a peace sign or some shape that you would like to out of flowers as well. So I got 8 of the flower things, even if they didn't look exactly the same. And I got 8 pieces of bark, even though they don't look exactly the same, and 8 sticks. And then I just made a radial pattern. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I did the diagonals. And then I placed 8 pieces of bark and 8 of these flower things. And that's just a real easy way to make radial symmetry in nature. See if you can do this with some things by your house, like some leaves and sticks that are in your yard. Or maybe you can find them on a walk. Okay, bye. So here's a photograph of my finished artwork. And I wanted to show you some other examples as well. This one was made with a lot of flowers. We probably don't have access to that many flowers, but I wanted you to see these beautiful examples. This one seems more doable. It's just twigs and leaves and a couple little purple flowers. And this one used rocks. If you do something like this, you can always put the rocks back. Now I want you to see Andy at work in this really neat film about
the Scottish borders, man's country. Here's the proof, looming out of the gloom. A gorgeous tower of muscular Scottish stonework that any Inca would be proud of. This fine cone of stone was made by the brilliant British land artist Andy Goldsworthy, who lives up here in the borders. I'm supposed to be meeting up with him tomorrow to make a new piece somewhere out here. Ah, nice. Bit of frost on the ground.
Stayed remarkably long.
You must have extra thick skin on the bottom.
So the intention with work like this is that I really don't know what I'm going to do. It's about looking and learning and seeing and responding to the day, the materials, and trying to understand a little bit of that day, that material, that place, that moment.
Well, I'm here to help you. Let's go.
Once I decide what I'm doing, you maybe have... Actually, you can bring those couple of branches there that I just picked up. To the water, they create these amazing waterfalls to be worked in, and because they're made not of rock but of branches, it means you can kind of stick things into it, which I could never do with a rocky waterfall. So that's the kind of things that I'm trying to think of getting something that could be almost suspended miraculously in front of this water. To be honest, I think the chances of this succeeding are pretty slight. So, you know, that said, okay. If you can try and find any curved, smallish branches, just look around at the elm.
Pieces like this?
Yeah, pieces like a bit thicker maybe, whatever you can find.
No sooner said than done.
All right. It is driven fundamentally by intuition. This part of my work, you know, this is the food, this is the nourishment, this is what gives and feeds all the other things that I do in exhibitions, permanent works, outdoor installations, whatever. This is like the source. Well, I need both.
That's you, isn't it?
Marvellous. Terrific.
That's what particularly
Great,
good was.
just pop them down there. Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, all this decay that's created this place allowed me to make this. There's so much beauty come out of that process of change and decay. Every so often when you get a big flood, the whole landscape of the stream bed changes completely. And it's such a huge sense of loss when you come to a place like this that I've worked on before and it's been washed away. You know, it's no longer there. Rocks that have been moved, trees that have been blown down. It's really unsettling, really unnerving.
And then it all starts up again?
Then it all starts up again, yeah. Never the same as before. Always a different place, you know?
A good one, isn't it? I bet you're pleased with that, Andy.
Yeah, I am actually.
Stay tuned right now for directions on how to add a photograph to your Flipgrid video. I'm in Flipgrid. I am going down to my topics. I'm going to nature art, and I'm scrolling down to record a response. And this little screen comes up. When this screen comes up, you want to go over here. There's all these buttons where you can add text and a sticker and drawing and a board, or it says photo sticker. What you can do is click here where it says add a custom sticker. Instead of getting a sticker, you just click on the middle and you go into your drive and you find the photograph of your nature art, click it, it's highlighted in blue, and then you hit open, and then it becomes part of your Flipgrid before you start recording. And then you can move it around. You want to be able to see your face, so don't block your face with it. I'm gonna put it up over here in this corner. So now you can see my artwork and me talking about my artwork. And now I can hit the record button. Hi, this is my Andy Goldsworthy nature art. I use dandelions to spell out CPES. And then you go to next. Hi, this is my Andy Goldsworthy nature art. I use dandelions to spell out CPES. And then you can take a selfie. You can also add a picture when you do this part where it says take a selfie to submit with your video. That's kind of fun to put it here also. And it's just the same way. You hit this button that says photo sticker. You click in the middle and then you scroll through your files till you find your picture. You hit open, just like we did in the video. You're doing this in the selfie. And you can resize it here so your whole face is not blocked. I'm gonna make mine smaller and put it up in this upper corner. And then I'll move over, let's see, over here and take my picture. So you just hit this red button. And then you hit next. And now you can put your title. Nature art and submit video. And so now, when we come back in here, you can see my video. Hi, this is my Andy Goldsworthy nature art. I use dandelions to spell out CPES. And that is how you add a photograph of your art to your video. I hope that you'll all try that.